It's been a while, so I think I don't even know how long it's been, but I feel like I start all my videos with it's been a while, because it's always been a while, right? But I just want to say hi to everybody, and I hope that you guys are doing okay with everything that's going on right now. I know that every single person is being affected in one way or another, and so I just hope that you guys are doing okay. Hang in there. And yeah, I mean, we all just, there's always a solution. So even if something feels like it's literally falling down on you and it feels like the world is falling apart, just remember to breathe and remember that there is always a solution for everything. So that's my little piece there, because I know we're all going through something. So these times are very stressful, but we all need to try and relax and do things that kind of soothe us and maybe release some of that stress, because especially for women who have PCOS, stress really does affect us a lot, even more than other people, just physically. And right now I'm outside. I'm at the park, and my window's a little open, so my hair is gonna be kind of flying around. But speaking of my hair, I cut it. I no longer have it longer. I do want to grow it a little longer, but I was kind of bad with my hair before. Like I got haircuts or anything, so I'm planning on changing that and seeing how it grows. I also wanted to say thank you to the 800 of you that are subscribed. I really appreciate it. It makes me very happy to see that you guys are subscribing and that you're finding my videos helpful. And so just let me know what you want to see. I want to record videos, and I try, but it's a lot of work right now because I have to do it through my phone, and it's very difficult. So bear with me. I'm getting a computer soon, so it'll be so much more easy. It'll be easier for me to record and upload faster, because right now it takes forever. It's a process. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get through this. Let's move on. So I wanted to talk about insulin resistance, and I wanted to talk about kind of what it is. And I feel like a lot of people have heard about this, and there's information out there. But I still feel like a lot of people have questions about it, like what is it, you know? So insulin resistance is a symptom of PCOS, or can be a symptom of PCOS. PCOS is like, it's a syndrome, so it's a collection of symptoms, and so if you have these symptoms, you could be labeled as somebody who has PCOS. Of course, you have to get it diagnosed by a doctor and all that stuff. So insulin resistance is basically when a cell is resistant to insulin. So basically when it fails to recognize it, and it fails to act appropriately when there's insulin in the blood. And then there's also something called hyperinsulinemia, and that is basically when there's constantly high levels of insulin. So what happens is when the cells are resistant to the insulin in the blood, when they don't recognize it, the body just keeps pumping insulin, and so there's constantly high levels of insulin. Something I just want to say as well is, even if you are lean, you do not need to be overweight or anything like that to be experiencing these things. You can be lean. Oh my god, this person just parked next to us. I'm gonna put my hand here just so I can block them, so their faces don't come out here. So yeah, so even if you're lean, you can still have insulin resistance and have all these things, because it's mostly diet that affects this, and your activity and all that, and your sleep. So it's a lot of different things actually. So it doesn't matter if you have fat in your body or not, you can have these things. So I just want to make everybody aware. Some things that you may see if you have insulin resistance, or that could be signs that you may have that, are if you have like rough red bumps here. I have those. If you have dark patches like in the folds of your skin, like for example like your knuckles, the groin area, your neck, elbows, and your knees, and things like that. If you're constantly craving sugar, skin tags, if you gain weight easily as well, I mean that's a common symptom, and also low blood sugar. So those are all some symptoms that you may be able to kind of think about and see, do I have insulin resistance or not? So I mean, of course, I'm not a doctor at all. I should have said this in the very beginning. I'm not a doctor. This is just all kind of knowledge that I've either read from books or have looked online and things like that. So just so you know. So what happens when there's insulin resistance and hyperinsulinemia, your body becomes less effective in processing insulin. And so from so much of this happening, it'll lead to other things like infertility. So, and something I want to say about infertility is that PCOS is a super common cause for infertility, but it's also a cause that could be reversed. So you can become pregnant and you can have a baby. There's things that you're probably going to have to do, maybe change your lifestyle a little bit, and if the case may be, you may need some assistance with it from the doctors, but infertility is reversible for women with PCOS. Most of the time, of course, I'm not a doctor. Talk to your doctors if you're trying to conceive. But aside from that, it could also lead to obesity. It could lead to excess hair growth in male pattern areas, elevated androgens, which are the male hormones, immune system defects, eating disorders, chronic fatigue syndrome, GI disorders, depression, anxiety. It can lead to so many things, but to the things I just said, but it can also, from like even just long term, it could lead to type 2 diabetes, which is serious. You know, once you have diabetes, you have diabetes. So it's super important that we catch this and that we do things to improve our symptoms and to improve insulin resistance. So what can you do? Well, this is where the fun part comes in. The first thing that you want to do is look at what you're eating. If you're eating a lot of processed foods, it's likely that they have a ton of sugar, and we need to remove and reduce sugar as much as we can. So your carbs are probably going to go down, like way down, because of this, because a lot of the food that we have just has a lot of sugar and we don't even realize it. So reducing that sugar, reducing processed foods is super important. Eating more fiber to help you process the food faster, and so like veggies and things like that. Fiber supplements also. Getting enough sleep is very important too, and reducing stress. And that's why I'm saying, like, and this is why I'm kind of discussing this, because I know this is a very stressful time, and stress is just another something else that causes your insulin to spike up. So it's important that we're careful. And most importantly, and my favorite, is getting active. So just going outside, go for a walk, go for a jog, you know, do 10 minutes of HIIT workout or something like that. Just get your body moving, because one, you're gonna de-stress from your whole day, from everything that's going on in your mind, and you're burning calories, so you might even lose weight, and you're helping your hormones. So it's like a win-win-win-win-win all the way across. So I highly encourage you guys to do that. And yeah, so that's all I kind of wanted to say, and I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about, just to remind you that there's things that you can do to help your symptoms. Just because you're labeled as somebody who has PCOS doesn't mean that you get to live with these symptoms forever. No, there's things that you can do. There's things that you can change. You are in control of your life. You make your own choices. So make good choices, change your lifestyle, and things are going to change in your world. So just stay positive. And I think I read a quote that said, it was going around social media, you know, staying positive doesn't mean that you're always happy, but it means that there's better days. So even if right now you're in a dark place, there's going to be better days. And it's just, I always remind yourself, when have I ever not made it? Like, you are here today. You've made it through so much shit, and you can continue. So anyways, that's my little, you know, moment here. I hope you guys have a great day, and stay safe. Please, everybody, stay safe, follow social distancing, and protect your loved ones. So I hope you guys are okay, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.